Dr. Dre. This was interesting. I really enjoyed hearing this because I've felt like this fairly, I guess, in the midst of me working on the Get Rich documentary, or like last year, because I had moments like in 2021 and 2022 where I felt the same way that Dr. Dre felt. So, because I was going through my own things, own issues, and we all go through our own things, creative content creators and artists and whatever the case may be, where we judge, where we self doubt and we think twice about things. So let's go over the article. Dr. Dre was close to quitting music in 1992, but it was an increase in the quality of his music that kept him going. As a part of LL Cool J's new book, The Streets Win 50 Years of Hip Hop Greatness, the NWA legend has penned a piece about the start of his music career. In the past, as Dr. Dre reflects on a time in the early 90s when he wasn't getting paid and the music he was making was stagnant, leaving him questioning his future in the rap game. Just 1 week after those doubts began to creep in, though, the producer hit a creative spurt and began crafting the best music he ever made, which to this day he considers a pivotal moment in his life. That's what he said. In 1992, I had just bought a new house. Eazy-E and Jerry Heller were trying to starve me out and refused to pay the money they owed me. I was driving on the 101 freeway headed to the studio, and on that drive, I was thinking about quitting. I had been working on music for The Chronic for at least a month, and everything I was doing either sounded like what I had already done or not as good as what I had already done. He continued and said, I started second-guessing my ability and whether music was what I was supposed to be doing, but I pushed those doubts aside and persevered. A week later, I started making music. I started making the best music I had ever made. That moment was crucial to helping me solidify my determination to be a success. It also confirmed that I possessed everything I needed, and all I had to do was stay patient and persistent. If I had listened to that little thing that told me to quit, my entire life would be different right now. People are either pushing or pulling, and I wish I had known the difference early on in my career. I could have saved myself a lot of heartache in that area. At this point in my life, I see the value of surrounding myself with people who push me forward. I don't want to be around anyone I can't learn something from. That is very, very well said, man. Very, very, very well said. I definitely want to buy this book. The Streets Win, the 50th year, was released on Tuesday, October 3rd, so it just came out. I got to check out this LL Cool J book. It's got contributions from Eminem, Nas, Snoop Dogg, DJ Kool Herc, Salt-N-Pepa, MC Lyte, KRS-One, Mary J. Blige, Grandmaster Flash, Run DMC, Beastie Boys, De La Soul, Slick Rick, Public Enemy, Tribe Called Quest, Big Daddy Kane, Fat Joe, DJ Khaled, and many, many more. So I'm going to definitely buy this book for hip-hop heads. It's called The Streets Win 50 Years of Hip-Hop Greatness. So check it out, LL Cool J's book. That is a very dope quote because I felt like the same thing. We hit these moments as creators where we're doubting ourselves or things are just crumbling around us. 2021, I was going through that. Even somewhat in 2022, but I found in late 2022 when I started working on the Get Rich documentary, I found like new spark of creativity for myself because I was doing something different outside of my comfort zone. And I was meeting a lot of people that I, at one point, was like, you know, they were everything to me because Sha Money obviously is somebody that I grew up, you know, consuming his music everything that he's contributed to. That's my childhood. Red Spider, Dirty Swift, all these people that I interviewed, you know, they had a contribution to my childhood. So it was one of the greatest things to meet all these people and do, you know, a documentary on one of my favorite albums of all time. So, you know, that kind of changed my mind on things because I do have moments where I get really either stagnant or bored. And if I get stagnant and bored, both, it's over. Like if I'm bored, you know, if I'm seeing success and it's not staying stagnant, I can kind of give it over the boredom and figure out new things to kind of get me out of the boredom. If I'm stagnant, but I'm not bored and I'm stimulated by what I'm doing, then I can get over the stagnantness. You know, it's like, okay, it's stagnant for right now, but I'm sure I'm going to push through this. And that's where I'm at right now. My main channel is a little stagnant. It hasn't really performed well this year, like in terms of like what it normally does. You know, I haven't really gained much subscribers, not much views. A lot of videos I dropped just got like blackballed to the next dimension. I'm seeing people not getting updates when they're subscribed to my channel. They're not getting new upload updates. A lot of different things. But the passion is there, so the stagnant doesn't matter to me. But if I get stagnant and bored, I'm like checked out completely. And I haven't gotten to that point. But if I ever do get to that point, that's when I just won't do the YouTube stuff anymore, and I'll figure out something else that kind of motivates me. And I don't care. I'll drop it. I don't care if I got 10 million subscribers and I just have everything going. Everything's going. But if I get stagnant and bored, man, I just, so that's why I try to do new things like the Get Rich documentary. I try to figure out. That's why I started the podcast too, because it's something new. It's a challenge for me to grow this. It's a challenge. I'm learning new things every day. And hopefully getting artists eventually and start getting them more, and just getting people to interview would be really cool too. That's another like different path and challenge. So if you're a creator or just anybody who just going through things in life, you're going to get moments like this where you're self-doubting, can I get this job? Am I really meant for this job? Is this job the path that I want to go in life? Things like that. You're going to have self-doubt, but it's good to be surrounded by people that push you and, give you their honest feedback on things, instead of people that just kind of either say you can't do it or, just don't care. So, but yeah, dope quote. I'm going to check out the book for sure.